look, those three add up to 91 books, 43 for Baker and Taylor, Book Look 45, and 3 for Baker and Taylor. On page 1. That kind of an unusual amount of books, Melissa?
Honestly, I would have to look back in prior months to see. Let's see. If I look back at the previous month, I don't know that I would say that it was much different from that. Let's see. That's probably 52. 65, 70, 72. I mean, it may be a few more than the previous month. The salesperson from Book Look only comes maybe 2 to 3 times a year, so.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring it because it just, like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're looking at the whole picture, it looks like a lot.
And we still have space on the shelves for them.
You bet. We keep,
'Cause we
we still
don't-
have bottom shelves,
Yeah,
but
okay.
they're,
Because we don't want to take out any more than we have to.
oh, no,
Okay,
no.
good.
We never take anything out that's circulating, so. No, that would be wasteful.
Does anybody have anything else to say about the library reserve or foundation endowment?
Yep, the found,
No.
oh, I did get it in the right order this time.
I guess on the endowment foundation, we have $450 we can spend. I think it was there last year.
Yeah, I think they just rolled it over.
I think at some point, maybe we could see if there's some good use we could put that to. We don't have to decide tonight, but, you know, when we have the full board here, what do you think? Maybe discuss that at some point?
I thought we would leave it in there to build.
Yeah, I know last year they decided to,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem to make that much difference.
Maybe this next year.
At the whim of the market, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe we can look at that down the road,
Yeah.
okay? And I like
Put
this
that on
report.
the agenda for next time?
Yeah, I did write a note.
Okay.
Would you like it on
Yeah,
the agenda
please.
for next meeting? Okay.
And I do like this report that you put on the expense sheet.
Yeah, I try to remember. I think last month I may have forgotten to give a total after the upcoming years.
Okay.
But I'd have to look back to say for sure.
So we'll move on to the bills. Number 6.
Do we need to approve the budget reports or not? No?
I think this is just a
No.
report.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bills
Yeah,
start on.
let's take a look at the bills. If
Which
there's,
should match what's in the claims, because Kathy does that.
right.
What page you on with the bills?
The bills are on, well,
After the
After the endowment.
foundation endowment
Okay.
fund. Only ones that are really difficult to predict, I'm kind of trying to put them into a subscription document, is when renewals come for magazines. We don't subscribe to that many of them anymore.
Right.
We're down to 8 or 9. I believe I canceled one, but I haven't gotten a bill for it, but they keep sending the magazine, which kind of.
is there a note you can write
Sounds
to somebody
familiar.
or contact somebody? to stop that subscription and so you don't get a bill?
Well, they won't send me a bill unless they want us to renew it, so as long as they're
Mhm.
giving us a free magazine, I guess I figure,
I think we just renewed People, I saw that. in the-
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, if there was another one, I missed that.
The Iowan magazine, and that one and our Iowa are pretty popular. Those two I don't think I could see eliminating. There's
I
some that are
agree.
very similar
I
to
read
each
it
other.
cover to cover every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very good.
agree.
Yeah,
Very
people
good.
like those.
Yep.
They definitely like those.
And at the, I hope I don't repeat myself, but this Mobile Citizen, is that's per year, 360?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless we increase number of hotspots, then that
Okay.
would be, that would go up accordingly to that.
Okay.
And they indicated to me, and I included it with the bill when I submitted it by email, a link that the city needed to go to pay that bill, so.
Okay, okay.
And when it was due by, which was mid to end of December, so.
Okay. Anybody
that-
else have any questions?
Is that the Access and the Mobile Citizen? Are they both for hotspots?
Mobile Citizen should be under the, like, telephone, internet service. I wasn't 100% on that number.
And I thought our internet was
Access.
free.
Okay, so the internet we use in the library is free, like
Uh-huh.
by Cascade Communications, but those are those hotspots.
Uh-huh.
And those we pay for.
Okay, so both of these are hotspots.
Um,
It's $700 and,
Access Systems, that's our copy machine.
oh,
And they usually bill us, I believe we determined it was quarterly. Seems like it's about every
Okay.
2 to 3 months we get a bill from them.
okay, I'm sorry. I
Based on
misunderstood. Okay,
prints.
gotcha.
So that's about 1,400 a year then? Is that right? roughly?
Yeah. We're no longer leasing that machine, we own it. So seems like when you're not leasing, then they charge you more for the prints. But the toner is theoretically free, depending on how you look at it.
Okay, so do I have a motion to pay the bills?
I'll
So
make a-
moved.
Okay, and I'll second it.
All approves.
Aye.
Okay.
Motion
so,
carries.
I'm sorry, who moved and who seconded?
John,
Okay.
And I
John moved.
seconded.
Okay, thank you.
it was kind of a tie.
Yeah.
Just so I get it recorded right.
Yep.
Lisa, I think or sign it.
Pardon me?
If you sign the claim sheet, I think that's what
Right
they,
here.
they want.
Okay. On each one? I can do that.
No, I think
Okay,
it's just the
okay.
claims so they
All
can
right.
pay the bills.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to circulation statistics.
Like this?
It's hard to say.
I know. Say that 5 times fast, right?
Right here.
Okay, DVDs had a nice jump from October to November. We went up, not quite 100, about 80, which is amazing. Halloween books obviously decreased. No longer
DVD,
the
is that
season.
a reflection of the weather?
Could
Or,
be.
You know,
Yeah,
just-
they
Could be,
were
or
awful
people-
weak.
Yeah.
People take
Yeah.
trips and then not everyone has
yeah.
a car where they can stream it to the back seat or whatever, so some people still have DVD players in their cars, so a nice increase.
So that's in cars, not in homes?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Okay, well, I gotta say it'd be homes too. right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And
That's
we'll,
good.
we'll get to this later. There's a little report on audiobooks and
Sure,
DVDs that
I
was
saw that.
requested at the
Yep.
last meeting, so.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? Christmas books that are under holiday, as you can see, that's jumped.
Right.
We always kind of joke about those shelves because you see them shrink way down and then after the season, they fill back up, so,
What does normal mean here from
normal.
on the right-hand
Oh.
side? What is that?
That is, checkouts, like checkouts
Okay.
at the desk.
Okay.
And then renewals are down, that's when someone calls us or stops in with the book and says, oh, can you renew this for me? Most of the time, it's a phone call.
Okay.
Auto renewal means the computer automatically renews items for people. Usually, it'll do that automatically one time, and then
Okay.
after that, if you still need the item, then you have to call or whatever. And those two people, or two items that were renewed, that means someone went online and logged into their catalog
Oh.
account and did it themselves, which is
Good for them.
very neat.
Which one's that?
The
Renewal
two.
member,
Oh, okay.
2.
We have had a few more people kind of using that feature. It's a
Okay.
nice feature of the catalog that you can log in and see what you have out and see. I think it'll even tell you how much money you saved this year by using your local public library as opposed to
If we could
purchasing.
get those teens in there, that number could boost a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
And did we do a count on the day that we had the cookie walk? Is that included?
Yes,
or-
there were 97 people through that day.
Okay,
So,
and is that in our total, or?
that would be in the door count total,
Uh-huh.
so 1,083.
Mhm.
So while October was down, November has bounced back nicely.
Yeah, good.
And that's also in that program participation
Okay.
number, that 429. Bridges is down a little, but nothing too bad. All depends. I wonder if adults slow down their reading at the holidays with
I
a
would
little too
imagine.
much to do.
It is.
Is there some way that we know how many people are waiting for a book on Bridges and how long they're waiting?
So Bridges is, sometimes it'll tell you, like and it'll be a huge number
But
sometimes.
does it
that's
tell the
because
library or just the person?
It just tells the person.
Yeah.
Because we share that service with libraries throughout the state, that number can get large.
The reason I ask that is one of the libraries that's on the, that I track on the internet, recorded how many books that people were waiting for, and they went and bought those in an audio book. And I thought, hey, that's really nice, and I don't know how they knew which
Okay.
ones.
I might be able to get a report generated on that.
Because I thought that was really a nice service, a way to really identify what people were really wanting that we would
Yeah.
have for
Yeah.
an audiobook.
I might be able to generate a report on
Yeah.
that and determine.
Yeah, that would be good.
I might ask, so sometimes those digital audios, you get to use them for a period of time and then that's it. So it's kind of a licensing thing where you might get 1 year or,
see.
but that kind of depends on the publisher and all
Yeah.
that. So let me get that report for the next meeting. So would you like to see titles that are heavily
Yeah,
demanded
that
and?
I heavily demanded and don't come up very often.
I could see some that are gonna be that way. I mean, like the new Britney Spears book will be heavily demanded on there. I might mention here that we do have it at the libraries. If someone wants to read that.
You have what?
The new Britney Spears book.
Okay.
That should be popular.
I think so.
Really?
Get on the list, John.
I wouldn't even read one on Taylor Swift, so I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not my
I'm just-
kind of
yeah.
music, but,
Yeah.
I guess she's telling her story of what
Yeah,
happened to her.
poor girl, yeah.
Yeah,
I maybe will read.
fame isn't
Who
easy,
knows?
I guess.
Yeah.
Person of the year. Okay.
All right, so titles that are heavily demanded and possibility of purchase. Okay, and I might follow up with you on that if I,
They wouldn't take up
if
shelf
I read my
space.
note and get kind of like, huh, what am I saying here?
Okay.
Okay, moving on to new business. No, old business
Old
first,
business.
yeah. Future building projects, reports. I've got a couple of notes here. And this stuff you probably all know, but we'll see, make sure. December 5th, well, first of all, Garling was awarded the bid. Yeah. Their bid was $2,777,000 for construction.
How do you spell the name of the?
Garling, Garling.
And the board approved it last night.
Yes.
Garling
Yes.
Engineers, or
You know,
should I just?
I would just,
Put
if you want to
Garling.
Google that, and
Okay.
it's Garling something, but I
I believe it's construction.
Yeah, I
Probably
think it
just
is too.
construction.
I believe it is.
Garland
Okay,
Construction.
I'll make a note to Google.
Okay.
And then, could you repeat the amount for me?
Yep, and the council approved last night.
Garland was 2,777,000.
700.
Is that
Right.
what you wanted, Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, seven
Yeah,
hundred
2,770,000.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then we did meet with Jacob Lieb from Garling to see if, and had a discussion with him to see if there were any points that they thought where we could cut to bring that number down. And really, there isn't a whole lot we can do. They suggested taking the high-efficiency furnaces and just use regular furnaces. He said because it takes 60 years for them to pay for themselves, and then by that time, you're gonna replace them anyway. But, and he's gonna look into some of the subcontractors too, but it was a nice, productive meeting, and nice to meet somebody that, he said, we probably won't see him on the project. It'll be one of two people that'll be the project managers, and one of them happens to be from Monticello.
Okay.
So his
That's good.
last name is Johnson, and I believe the other man's last name is Kane.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was, and, what else? Yeah, last night the council approved the $2,865,000 for the building and $58,000 for Pierce Street. And December 18th, we're going to have a pre-construction meeting with Garling, and I'm sorry, but I don't have the time on that, but I'll send out a time if it'd be nice to have everybody here.
Okay.
Let's see. From the Friends, from the library fundraising meeting, 12/6, we were asked to get together and stuff envelopes, so we have 250 envelopes that we have to send to the donors that have already donated.
Those were out today.
Yep, they went out today. Tom and Meg O'Brien, Cheryl Ryder, and myself were asked to send letters to the editor. And last week, we were going to get them in, and we were told that the deadline was actually this week to get it in for next week. And you could not, I could not represent the library board. I'd have to be from an individual.
Oh.
And you can't, I don't know, it's just so restricted that I was very happy with my first letter. It was short and to the point, but then when I went to write the second one, I felt like I couldn't say anything. So it's not going to be that good. But I did the best I could. So they'll be out next week. And the letters that were sent out a month ago to the local farming community only brought a few donations in, but that's better than none.
That all helps.
Yeah, that's right. On the 12th, which was yesterday, I guess, Lisa and I met with the new
It's
Dubuque
today.
County. But
12th is today.
we met, I guess it was then yesterday. Monday, we met with the new Dubuque
Okay, that's
County.
the 11th.
The 11.
We met with the new Dubuque County supervisor. His name is Wayne Kenrick.
Kennecker.
Kennicker? Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes I get it and
I think
sometimes
it-
I don't.
Yeah, it's Kennecker.
And she kind of explained our situation from the beginning, since he's only been on it now for a few months, how we got,
Right.
why we were awarded and whatever. And she approached him as a request to see if the Dubuque County could give any additional funding
Right.
for and we are in need of
200.
200,000, and anything that they could give us, we'd be happy to receive.
The board, last night, the city council did a letter to go to them requesting 200,000.
That was my next
Oh, I'm
thing here.
sorry.
That's okay, that's okay, that's all right. Yeah, and then Megan said, well, I suggest you ask for 200,000. And Lisa answered, it will be a request for up to 200,000.
Right.
Yeah,
Great.
so,
That's fine.
yeah. Then our next fundraising meeting is the 13th?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, at
At
6
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah,
What's tomorrow?
a fundraising meeting, yeah, tomorrow.
A very short meeting, they
Yeah,
said.
yeah. The new Friends meeting, and I can give you this sheet here, Melissa. I'll just copy this off, and you'll be able to. The next Friends meeting is January 17th, 5:30 at City Hall.
Yep, I've got it on my
Okay.
phone. calendar.
Is that a full meeting, not executive?
Yes,
Yes.
that is the annual meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. I think that's all that I have with the meetings and the groups. Friends of the Library update, well, we talked about the cookie walk was a real success. They brought in over $1,100.
And there's still items for sale at the library, so there's still money coming in. I sold something today.
Good,
so.
good.
Good.
It was a great time to do it, a great weekend to do it with the
Oh, yeah.
shop,
Shop
local.
local, you bet.
That's all that I have. Anybody else have anything and they want to
I do that.
add in there?
I do that.
Okay. People were at the door at 9 o'clock that morning, and at 11:30, they were sold out of cookies. And at 8:45, I thought, what are we going to do with all these cookies? I mean, it was a pretty fun event. Okay, moving on to new business. Programming, upcoming events, and librarian's calendar.
So, programming is on there. They had the book discussion today. Seemed like a lively discussion for a skinny little book that they had, so. Story times will be every Friday except the 29th. I plan to be there, I just don't think anyone else will.
Okay.
I guess if they accidentally show up, I'll just read a story to them. Tuesday morning coffee, the 5th, the 12th, the 19th. We're working on an early New Year's party at the library, craft and treat, 11 to 5 p.m. I told Allie today if she can find some little games or something to do, that would be great too. And I said I'm not dancing because that's not something I do, so.
And unfortunately, I'm having cataract surgery that day, so I can't.
Oh, good luck with that.
It's a piece of cake.
Yeah. It's
Unless you're
second
my
one,
dad.
So it should be.
He
should
had
be
to have
good.
his retina replaced.
Oh. Not good, huh?
Yeah. So we got another night in the hospital.
Yours will go better, Marie.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everyone,
Yeah.
a lot of the ladies at the
No
library have
problem.
had it and said they
Yeah.
are so glad they did, so.
Yeah.
I bet you'll have a easy
It'll be
time
good.
with it. So yeah, we're coming up with a few ideas for that, and then, we tossed around what to do for treats. Initially, we talked about cookies, but then we gotta get people to make cookies, and it's after Christmas, and people are tired of making cookies. So Mariah said, well, what if you did like pop into the new year with us and did like microwave popcorn and M&Ms or something? And I said, yeah, that sounds like a winner to me.
Simple.
And then maybe some of the Welch's, the,
Juice boxes.
well, no, they put it in little champagne bottles, but
Oh,
it's the
okay.
grape juice.
Yeah,
Celebrate.
sparkling grape juice.
Yeah. I said, maybe I'll just go with the white grape, that way
Yeah.
if any gets spilled, it doesn't stain the
Yeah.
carpet. So, yeah, we're kind of getting ready for that, and my intention is to get some publicity out on that tomorrow, so.
Do we have a date or a time to do another story, to update the story?
Yes, Becky and I are putting it together tomorrow, and then I'm dragging someone out there with me ASAP. It's Snowmen at Christmas will be the story. And then if the weather continues to cooperate, well, I'm gonna tell Becky we need to do January's too, because you never know when January weather will cooperate.
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
have them done.
I mean, I've really been
Don't-
appreciating this winter so far, but I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
that won't last, so.
Well, it's not a big deal if you miss a month.
Word.
That's
No,
for sure.
well, and
It's
that's
understandable.
why January's is Sneezy the Snowman, so
Can
if it could,
carry into.
yeah, if it's too slick out there or whatever. I almost feel, well, it wouldn't fit on here, and not everybody wants to know when I'm doing CEs, like, on the calendar. I guess it kind of bleeds into the other. There weren't any things that I attended in November, and I typed up December's and I wound up leaking into January here. So tomorrow, I'm doing a food and justice in the library program. It came into my email, it's through the Mellon Foundation, and they're looking at whether or not libraries provide opportunities for people in the community to get food
Oh.
and food support. So I think
That
it's, you know,
sounds
it's a
pretty.
good
Mhm.
tie-in. It'll be interesting and maybe create some ideas.
Mhm.
I know, Marie, when you brought your apples up, we had some kids that came every day. And
Yeah.
I think that,
Did they get a book? Pick up
Well,
an apple.
no,
But
but.
the apples were good.
Right, and, you know, there may be kids that could use a snack after school
Yeah.
every day, and I don't know, we'll see what evolves from that conversation. I think it's a new thing. And then, YS's Youth Services, and that's an online Best YA Books of the Year. I'm, you know, always looking to see, I don't read a ton of young adult books, just to see if there's some things that are really hot out there that we don't have that we should. There's a group of librarians now that are meeting in Dubuque County about summer learning and reducing the summer slide, as we call it, where kids' reading decreases and therefore they lose some of those skills. So that is actually in January. And then they'll be talking about the All Iowa Reads books online. We'll see about doing a discussion on that. Safe at Home for Libraries is online, and then I think towards the end of the January, and I'll put this on the next month with my continuing ed report from the ones that are December. There will be the Iowa Libraries Online Conference, and that is typically an all-day conference in front of the computer. So I'm there, and I can step away when I need to, and all of that. But yeah, that's usually all Iowa libraries, I think, most, that can take time to participate in that learning opportunity.
Okay. Library director, and then the DVD and audiobook report, Melissa?
Yeah, so we talked about this last month.
I remember that.
I had
And
one question on continuing education. How many credits a year, so many credits a year you're required to renew each year?
it's not, usually it's every 3 years, but if you don't kind of keep up with it and you get to the end of that third year, then you're
Have a big,
I mean,
cramming.
3,600, or, I mean, how many, is there a number you're supposed to?
There is, I want to say it's like 85.
Okay.
I will
I'm
confirm
just
that
curious.
number.
did you say 35?
85.
Units or credits or
Yeah.
CE counts or something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then we
Some-
submit them online through the state library, and then if you.
For approved
Right.
programs, yeah.
Yeah, and then they track your hours and all that,
Yeah,
so.
I know
it-
certain licenses have
Yep.
annual requirements or whatever,
Yep.
Just curious. Okay, thank you.
Since I have a master's in library, I didn't have to do some of what some librarians have to do, because there are librarians that don't have a background in that, and they go into it, and then the state trains them to do
Okay,
the job, but
thank you.
we all have the CEs, so I will double check on that number. Because I don't want to give you the wrong number.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
And I'm
as
just
to what it
pulling,
is.
trying to remember. But yeah, they have me recertify every 3 years, so.
Okay.
And that would be way too much time in front of a computer to do all those CEs.
Yeah.
That would be,
Yeah, you wouldn't retain.
no.
Okay.
And honestly, I prefer the in-person
Oh, do we have
meetings.
we have to get out of here? We're here for.
Oh, this is the
they're
last.
starting to come for the
this
next.
is the last
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
We got 10 minutes,
All right.
but we could wrap it up.
DVD and audiobook reports.
Yes. Well, let's see, I've turned my page too far. So I think audiobooks is first. Okay, so this year so far, we have purchased 5 audiobooks.
Okay,
And that's only representative of July through December. And that's because I took it as our fiscal year, starts and ends. So that's how I ran the numbers.
Right.
Last year, we were at 17. So if we said that we would purchase the same amount through the rest of the year, the most we'd be at would be 10.
Okay.
So as you can see, the audiobooks that we purchase on CD has decreased. And I'm sure if I went back, I could
You'd
get more numbers to show even
much
more
would
of a
decrease,
decrease.
right.
Yeah. They just aren't heavily used anymore. In fact, if I quick refer to my circuit report, I bet it'll show me.
Books, the DVDs.
42, which isn't bad. We have one person that is heavily using them right now, but it's not a problem to borrow from other libraries
Okay.
either. So that's audiobooks, DVDs.
did I see where you're phasing them out a little bit? Did I read that?
Yeah, I
Or
think,
not?
yeah, over time, I
Especially
think
if you
they'll
can get an
phase out.
interlibrary loan or,
Yeah.
Okay.
And, if we need to provide, I think it's mostly one person at this point that's really hitting that
okay.
section.
Yep,
We'll do everything we can to provide for.
okay.
So DVDs, let's see, from July through now, we have 23 total, one of which was donated and 22 purchased. And that's this year. Last year, 7/1 of 22 to 6/30. We had 89 total, 11 were donated, and 78 were purchased.
And I appreciate that the usage, you put down the usage on them.
Yeah.
That helps.
So I think that, and I highlighted what was donated because that's a little bit different.
Uh-huh.
I
So,
think we could pass that on to the council.
yeah, sure. Yeah, that's no
Okay.
problem. Let me make a note.
Okay.
So I know we need to scoot.
Right.
The only thing that I have here, and I'm giving this to the city clerk tonight, I'll set it on her desk. We have interlibrary loan and open access reimbursement payment from the state of Iowa in the amount of $2,555.20.
Oh, good.
So I will, I will include that figure in the minutes
And you get that why?
for filling interlibrary loan requests.
Okay.
And open access, although I don't, it's all the same. It really is. It's mostly interlibrary loan. Although, I guess open access is considered anyone in the county, so some of that is reflective of that too.
Okay.
Open access. Okay, so
Do you have anything else we need to?
I would like to add something for our agenda for next time. I learned that there's an AA group that will not be able to meet at the EMC anymore. They have up until April. And so I would like to see if we could offer our library on Friday nights for them, for their meetings.
I know Jane mentioned it to me, because, anyway, that would be an easy thing for
Yeah,
us to
I
provide
think
for
that
them.
we would have all the things available for them.
Yes.
And the other thing I would like
But we
to
can
have us
So how
look
would
at
that, you
is.
mean, like they come at 5? No,
Yeah,
we
they would
close at
come
5.
after 5 o'clock. I don't know exactly when
It's
their
after closing
meeting is,
hours.
but they,
Yeah.
right.
We accommodate the Girl Scouts in that way,
Yeah.
so we should be
Yeah.
able to,
So I'd
Make
like
it
us
work
to
in a way
discuss
that's
that
secure.
next.
It wouldn't have to
it on
start
the
till after
agenda.
April.
That's a good
Right.
idea.
Huh?
It wouldn't have to start till after April.
I don't think so. I don't know if the council is wanting them to do
Yeah.
it sooner than that or what, but I would like it on the agenda for next time.
okay? I've
And
got
the
it.
other thing
From watching
is-
the meeting, I think if it happened sooner, they'd be fine with it.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
I-
Yep.
And
Well,
the
I
other
don't
thing
think
was,
What was the,
I guess there's 5 months left. Are you almost
what was the
Yeah,
other
we are.
thing?
We're
the
wrapping
other
up.
thing I'd like to see is that we prepare for next year to be on the Giving Tuesday for a nonprofit to be able to list that people can give to us too.
Looks like
The
some
library.
people did this year.
They may have.
I see we
I
got
asked them to,
700
but we were not on the official.
$717.
Yeah.
It's in here somewhere.
Okay, all right.
We got $717,
All right.
I think. Not, don't quote me on that. We got something.
I make
Next
a motion for us to adjourn.
I'll second.
All approved.
Aye.
Aye.
Next meeting, January 9th.
Did we want to wait till 6 to vote on it? or-
Next meeting, January 9th.
January 9th
January 9th?
at 4:30.
Oh, somebody
I'm
is.
not giving you a quarter.
24.
Oh, gosh.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Ally said today, do you know that 2014 was just a decade ago? Can you believe that? Jane and I both looked at her and we're like, you know what? The older you get, you're gonna realize that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we're out of here.
I don't think about
You need a ride, Marie?
decades.
No. Ride
anymore.
tonight. Thank
Okay,
you, though.
you did, okay.
I don't pay any attention to when decades are.
Did you lose a quarter?
That does not happen.
Thank you.
Collect them,
Time
trade
goes
them
too
with friends.
fast.
Put it towards my ice pick tomorrow.
There you go. She just handed it out. Well, it doesn't say. He's gonna adjust his.
Step out on the back porch and call. Yeah, step on the back porch and call. Let's know.